The biggest lie that kept me from coming back to God was not that He doesn't exist. It was that I had to clean myself up before coming back to Him because, in my mind, I just had to do all the right things. You see, I had this checklist, this list of things I had to do to keep God coming back around. I'll get to that in a second because this is important. The thing that I'm realizing is that I didn't want Him to leave me like some of my closest friends had. I thought that God would become one more person that left, not because He hated me, but because I wasn't living up to His expectations. In my past, my value depended on another person's acceptance, and without it, I felt worthless. So I'm learning that this checklist I had was never really about holiness, it was about protection. If I could simply become good enough, then God wouldn't leave me too. The hardest part in my mind was that I had been good enough in the past. I had done all the things. I showed up to church faithfully. I read my Bible every day. I prayed consistently. I quit smoking before. So when I was backsliding, my goal was to become the version of myself that I used to be. And then I started writing this YouTube video. And I was like, wait, hold on. This checklist I have isn't even mine. I didn't just come up with this randomly. It was something that I was taught in my old church about what restoration looked like. So I may have thought I left the checklist behind, but the mindset that they taught came with me. That's when I began to read Genesis 3 differently. So Adam and Eve, they sinned, and then they hid, and then they covered themselves with fig leaves. Not because God told them to, but because shame did. And I realized that I had been sowing my own fig leaves of self righteousness, fig leaves of relationships, fig leaves that looked like self improvement. Fig leaves are whatever you do to cover up your own inadequacy, your shame, your guilt, your condemnation. Trying to earn a chance with God is futile because that's not who He is. The saddest part is, I wasn't hiding because I thought God was cruel. I was hiding because I thought that He would treat me the way that people had. I subconsciously believed that He would dispose of me too. But that's not what God does. God came looking for Adam and Eve, and He came looking for me too. I may have wanted to control everything, but grace does not allow control to rule the narrative. Grace says, come now, whereas control says, come when. Come when you stop smoking. Come when you stop watching pornography. Come when you stop liking the opposite sex. Come when you stop. That's not grace because before they had everything together. In fact, they couldn't even get everything together. God came to them. If they had everything together, God would have come to them and just said, okay, cool, we're good. He didn't say that. He gave them garments of skin. And what God gives us is His Son. Jesus is grace. He meets us in our hiding place, no matter how good it is. No matter how good you hide, He'll always find you. And one more thing, hiding may protect us from being seen, but transparency is where real healing begins. Thanks for watching.